to Warden Road. Mark Yates is here live on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Mark, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Game got ruined by the official. I mean, our supporters are the most mild-mannered supporters in the world. I've said it before, and for them to give the referee what they gave him at the end and throughout the game just summed it up for me. And I don't want to say any more on it because I'll only get myself in trouble. So that's all I'm saying on his performance.
Can I ask about the red card? What happened from your point of view?
I've seen it. I saw it at half time. Thought it was very harsh, but Towles has given him the chance to, if you like. So listen, I don't think there's anything we can do on it. He said he's elbowed him. He hasn't, but he shouldn't have even have bothered grappling with him or whatever he did with him. So it's not. But it weren't that. It was a great game until then. I thought it was two good sides playing decent stuff. And then they showed second half, when we were down to 10 men and we tried to keep to what a decent passing side they are. And credit to them for that, scored a good goal. But outstanding blocks, outstanding saves from the keeper when we needed it. Could easily have lost it 2 or 3. Matt Richards at the end with that saving block to run back 30 yards, 40 yards when the kid was one-on-one and make a great tackle probably just sums up the way we are at the moment. So I'm really pleased with that, really pleased with the effort and the fact that they didn't score any more goals. We were committed. We just paid the price for giving the referee a chance to send one of our players off.
You did stick at it, and that must be pleasing from that point.
Yeah, we did. It was hard to stick with it, to be honest. Some ludicrous decisions and some amazing yellow cards. So I've booked an appointment with him at 10:10 tonight. I'm going to have a chat with him and see what he thinks. It made it extra tough for us, but I say we've just got to bin that and respond properly. The effort and the commitment is there for everybody to see. I think everybody can see that. In the 3 games that we've not won in the last 3 games, we've played well in them all, and probably had about 36, 38 shots in those 3 games and not scored. So not a problem. We just got to get a little bit more clinical and just get back to keeping 11 on the pitch and doing what we do well.
And that's probably going to be 3 games out for Jason, but a chance, as we said before, for someone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Joe came on and did
Joe did well. Amari did well. Gave us wanting to use him as an attacking threat, linking the play. Thought he did it. Put a couple of great balls in the box and we didn't quite get on the end of. I thought, they started bright, got a couple of crosses in, but Trevor's not really had a great deal to do first half. But we looked like threatening more until Towles is sending off. It's disappointing, but we've just got to say we're going to dust ourselves down and go again. It was never going to be plain sailing this season, and there's some really good sides in this division. And I thought they were one of them. And like I said in my programme, I think they'll be up there. I think they've got some real good players, and they pass it around really well.
Are you concerned about 3 games without a goal? Is that something?
No, not at the moment. No. People say, Kobe's not here, but he was here for the 2 previous ones, so no, not at all. It's something we don't want to, extend because we want to score goals and entertain people. But as long as I'm getting the effort, the commitment, and the endeavour off the players and the hard work of the players, that's all I'm bothered about at the moment. We've had a pleasing start, and we want to make sure we maintain that, and that means we've got to go and try for the win on Saturday.
Are you any further down the line with a possible replacement for Kobe?
No.
What sort of player would you want? Are you looking for a like-for-like, or are you looking would be an out-and-out forward?
Let's just see what happens. I don't know. Let's talk about today's game.
Okay, and with today, you, as you say, you must be pleased with the way they stuck it. You must be pleased with the way that the crowd stuck with it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We could have caved in, and to be fair, they had a couple of chances to extend it, but a couple of poor finishes and some great, blocks. But we tried to stay in the game for as long as we could to make sure that if we did get a corner or a set piece in the last 2 minutes, it would have meant something, and we did that. So I'm pleased with that. Disappointed we didn't get the goal. Obviously, didn't work the keeper enough. But we're playing against a really good side. We've probably got, we've got a really good squad of players who are going to be up there. So we've proved we can match them, and we've proved we can match everybody in our league so far. So we've just got to, pick ourselves up, not get too down, and just make sure that we're ready on Saturday.
Always tough with 10, but you seem determined to keep committed men forward.
Yeah, we
most
tried.
of the time there was two.
We felt that the two strikers were causing, first half particularly, were causing their two centre halves major problems. Second half didn't quite happen. Kicking up the hill, their defenders managed to just get that first contact. And like I say, they're good players. They've got some real good. They've got a real good squad, and we couldn't break them down. And that, just that sums up our night.
Another home game Saturday to
Yeah,
go again?
yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen any scores, I'm not bothered. It's about us now. We're recovering right, making sure that we're as ready as we possibly can be on Saturday.
I mean, you say you've got this little chat with the referee at 10:10. So what are you going to be asking? What are you going to be saying?
I don't know if I'm going to bother because I might get myself in trouble. So I think I'll just put it in the report and give it to the assessor. I don't say anything.
Was it the inconsistency that annoyed you the most?
There were some decisions that I didn't understand, didn't see. John Marcus gets kicked in the head and he doesn't stop play. The centre half gets a knock on the head and he stops playing the edge of the box when we've got the ball. So just stuff like that. But there was too much to go on to. So like I say, I ain't going to get myself in trouble.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Mark, Jason didn't do anything terrible tonight, but you warned him after the Oxford game, about the reaction, didn't you? That he could have been sent off for that one.
I don't think he needed to do it. They made a good, honest tackle, and it happens. They go onto the floor, and the reaction of their players has got him sent off. He's not elbowed. He's definitely not elbowed him, but he should have just got up instead of going sort of. But listen, the video's inconclusive as to whether he was held that, but it just looks like he's just gone back down, and he doesn't need to do that. He's a better player than that, like he's shown over the last 10 games. It was the 10 games so far this season, and although he's an experienced player, he's got to learn from it quick because it costs him his place in the team for the next 3 games, and who knows on the back of that.
Yeah, disciplinary record's been excellent for a couple of years now, for 2 or 3 years.
I think it's been excellent since I've been here. So. The players don't moan, but I think that summed it up, John. I think my players have got discipline and are respectful to referees. They were laughing at. It wasn't in the end. They weren't laughing. They were angry at some of the decisions that were being made, and that tells me that someone didn't have a particularly good game.
Cheers, Mark.